if I think it's better to escape from reality or if it's better to be connected all the time with facts and news. Well, personally, I can speak about myself. I think every person is different. Of course, there is not a formula. There is not a formula that we can apply for everybody. But I think in my case, in the first period, in the first month of the crisis, I was a little bit resistant, reluctant to evade. For example, I tried to watch films, to read literature, which I love, follow serials, but I just couldn't. I just couldn't get away from reality for any second. You know, if I tried to watch a film, for example, I would come back and watch the news on TV. I wanted to know what's going on each second, each minute. And in the end of the week, day after day, it was producing a little bit of stress to me. I was like stressed. It was not very good. And then like there are two strengths inside of me that fights to each other against each other. Like one wants to get me informed and devouring the news and wishing for information. I think this is my side of survive. You know, my hope of surviving, my desire of surviving. That is trying to see if there is some medicament, there is some news, what I can do, how else can I protect myself, etc. And the other side, although it was very hard to me to have this abstraction, but the time that I could have this abstraction, the moments that I could be watching a film or literature, then it was so beautiful. It was so good because it gave me that little space, that I was not having. And plus, in some moments in the beginning of the crisis, I even had some dreams with the crisis. I did have some experiences about this, and it was a little bit strange because, you know, one of the most beautiful places to me is the moment that I'm sleeping, that I'm dreaming. And normally I try to analyze my dreams, and that's the thing. I think it was like excess of information and excess of news and facts, and it was sort of disturbing me a little bit. So I took some abstraction. What I do is sometimes I just switch off internet, I switch off TV, radio, everything that I could have some news from, and I just try to do something absolutely independent of that. I try to cook, to read, to write, etc.